The stars align and the nominees shine, and our hot takes fully primed. This week, we're diving into the 2026 Canadian Game Awards, breaking down every category and predicting who's walking away with the wins. Space is on the brain as we talk Project Hail Mary and reflect on the Artemis 2 landing. Plus, Kat brings the game, a Super Steam Review CGA Edition. Let's see if we stick the landing.
Get ready for the Girls on Games podcast, your weekly dose of news, reviews, and everything video games. Always served with a good helping of hype and just a pinch of salt. And now, your host, Leah.
Hello and welcome to another Girls on Games podcast. My name is Leah. I'm the host of this show. This is episode number 536. And joining me around the digital table is Catherine. Hello.
Hello.
And Joelle. What's up, Joelle?
Yo, there was a skirt and rain jacket kind of weekend. It's always a weather update when I come on. But yeah, it's just it's bonkers. It was so hot over the weekend. We hit like 80s, and now the sky is threatening to downpour. So
April showers bring May flowers,
That's
they
right.
say.
That's right.
Yeah, they do. All right, let's get through some housekeeping before we get into the crew check-in. If you enjoy this show, you can subscribe. We're available on Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Podbean. If you'd like to give us a tip, maybe buy us a coffee, you can do that by going to our Ko-fi. That's ko-fi.com/girlsongames. Ladies, we've been away for a week, enjoying a little bit of a break. Easter, spring break, whatever you might want to call it. I had a little bit of an adventure. I went to Newfoundland. I know we didn't really talk about it too much on the podcast because I was trying to keep it a secret because it was my mom's birthday and it was a big birthday. So we decided to surprise her and it was a very nice surprise. So yeah, we were there for like 8 days or 6 days. We were there.
The whole family, kit and caboodle, your sister, the baby, let's go.
Oh, yeah. And we all traveled together, too. And, oh, my God, having the baby on the flight was hilarious.
oh my gosh,
Was she happy?
She was great.
Yeah?
Yeah. Totally good.
Awesome.
Yeah. It wasn't her first airplane. She's flown to Newfoundland before, and they were just in Europe because my sister graduated from Oxford. So they went over there for that around a birthday time because our birthday is the day before mine. But yeah, so we were down there. So I've been a bit AFK in that sense. Did get some video game time in. But yeah, curious to know what you ladies have been up to because I was at a distance. Kat, where were you at?
For Easter weekend, I did what we called a tour of the mothers.
Ah.
So me and my friend Uva, we've been friends since high school, right? So, growing up in the 90s and early 2000s, you know your friends' parents intimately.
Yes.
You were over there a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So she came with me to go visit my mom up north in the Laurentians. So we drove in on Saturday afternoon. We had an afternoon, we had dinner. And then the next day we had a nice little brunch. And then we drove all the way back to Montreal to go to her mom's for a full-on Balkan Easter feast.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
So my friend and her mom, by extension, is Serbian and Hungarian. So she made the Easter ham, but she also had like the Russian salad. So like the potato salad with the peas in it and a bunch of stuff. There was a lot of pickles, a lot of hard-boiled eggs, at least 3 kinds of cheese. I forget the name of the Hungarian. They're the little cheese puff pastries.
They're like little quiches?
No, we call them the little cheesy breads.
I don't know them.
Let me Google it.
Food is always a big part of our podcast.
Cremes or churrostakska?
No, Hungarian cheese.
We had ham too. We had ham and we had
Was
trout.
it ham?
Yeah.
The trout.
The
looks
Hungarian
Oh,
cheese
yeah.
biscuits. Pogacka.
Pogacka.
Okay.
Pogacka.
Yeah.
Those. Her mom's been making them forever. I've been eating them for like since I was a teenager. So of course there was like a basket on the table as soon as we walked in, and I ate like my weight in it. But yeah, it was great, and came home with a little doggy bag for Pascal to also enjoy the food, because I was like, I'm having ham at 2 p.m. I don't think I'm having dinner.
Yeah.
So, I was like, you can have my doggy bag. But yeah, that was our Easter. It was basically that. Like Friday, I kept it low. And then Monday, I just kind of like went to the gym and I did some cleaning. And then this weekend, Pascal and I went to see Project Hail Mary.
Yay!
Have y'all seen it?
Oh,
Joelle did.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't read it. I have the book downloaded, but I didn't get a chance to start it. But
definitely, like, at first, like, I don't. I hadn't seen any of the trailers. I just went off of like everybody's like, this is so cool, you should just watch it.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was a comedy. I thought it was like dark sci-fi, but it is like dark sci-fi, but a comedy. Like it's both.
Yeah.
And I get why people like. I haven't watched Interstellar, but I get why people are like, it's the best sci-fi movie since that. Like, for a comedy, the production quality was really good, really good. And
no CGI. Like
what?
All the space stuff was like
practical.
Was, like, practical effects.
Nice.
Practical stage.
Well, I'm sure Rocky wasn't real.
No, but like he was like there was a puppeteer on set.
Okay, really?
So, like, it was all puppeteer actor like on set.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so that explains why it was so good, honestly, because I was pleasantly surprised at how like Ryan Reynolds could like act solo, basically, like act alone. I also liked how the story of like, not really spoiler, but the first thing you do is he wakes up on the ship and he's like, why the fuck am I here? And the whole story of how he ends up on the ship, you see throughout the movie, and they do it with flashbacks. So you don't get like, they don't front load with like, here's how this guy landed on the ship, and then here's him alone on the ship. You get to see him like on Earth with people and interact, and you get to see other people and meet other people. And also the way it's structured that way makes it like, it's not just Ryan Reynolds alone, but it also kind of really trickles the story. So it's not just like here's why and how this guy's going to save the world. It's just like he's on the ship and he learns about that one thing, and then you get a flashback to like, oh, okay, now he remembers how he learned, and you get like the plot moves along that way without it being just like, here's
kind of
why
like they use that kind of storytelling trope a lot. Like even Assassin's Creed Shadows use that because they're like, you start off at one thing, but then you go back and you see like bits and people's like the actions and the events in history that kind of do it, but you only go back and relive those. Like it's not like you're starting from zero. And I think that's a pretty good trope instead of having to bring someone through the entire thing, right?
Oh yeah. Well, it's very. I mean, he's in a dire situation, and it's all like, what happened? So it really piques and like grabs the audience's attention pretty closely, and then. He, like, Ryan Reynolds isn't probably the actor I would have necessarily pictured for.
It's not Ryan Reynolds, it's Ryan Gosling.
Sorry, Ryan Gosling.
I'm sorry, we got the wrong Canadian
Ryan.
The wrong Canadian. Wrong
the
Ryan.
wrong Canadian. Everybody's yelling at us now that we said Ryan.
Sorry. Yeah, Ryan
and
Gosling.
I was like, no, hold on.
Yeah. I didn't picture
Young
him.
Hercules is in space.
Yeah. I didn't picture him to play the protagonist, but I'm really glad that he did, because I think he did like a super good job. And like Kat said, he has a lot of scenes by himself because he's on a ship by himself.
Yeah.
So, I think I hope that you enjoy the book, because I thought the book was so good, and it's so good audiobook. So
I'm finishing up.
Great.
I'm finishing up one audiobook, and then I'll jump into that. That'll be my next one.
I love having a
long story like that. Sorry, go ahead, Kat.
Sorry, I guess I'm having internet issues. I didn't hear you.
No, and it could be me too.
But is the book structured a bit like the movie? Like you get
It's almost the exact same.
Oh, okay.
They changed they took out a bunch of science stuff. Like
they have to.
Yeah, because like Andy Weir gets in the weeds with that, which I think is really fun. But like they that's where I'm like, I wonder if people who just watched it that didn't read the book, if this makes sense, because they go into such detail. But they take out a few things, but the main plot, I mean, it's pretty much a big plot point for the movie.
Yeah.
So
I figured if I read the book, I'll have like answers to the questions I did have, which are random.
probably.
It's just like, how is this dude getting his laundry done?
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
why is he eating uncooked ramen with like ketchup and just, you know, how is he showering? But they're not showing like the day to day of like, you know, when you learn about astronauts in space and they're just like, here's how we take a shit. They're just like, here's the plot point and here's enough science for you to understand how they're going to fix it, essentially.
Yeah. I thought so too. I was like, I hope people got it. You just know like so much more about like what they were talking about. So
Of course.
Yeah.
And the little alien dude was actually not a fucking mascot. And I was like, thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God. I can't take another Rocky Rocket Raccoon or I Am Groot type situation. It was actually like a fully fleshed character.
That's cool.
You can look at the anatomy of Araki. They have like people. It's fascinating, like all the made up anatomy, like of the alien.
Wow. Speaking of science, did you guys watch the Artemis 2 landing on Saturday night?
That was like that's my whole personality since they
Oh my
launched. Just like
God.
constantly,
I love
loving it. It was so like nice to live through a positive historic event, like for once.
Yeah, positive science, space,
with female.
female women, Canadian involved, happy things.
So
they
great.
landed. It was like, and like listening to the dude talk about it on the, we were watching the NASA one. They were like, "It's perfect. This is exactly how they wanted to come down. They couldn't have asked for a better landing." And I was like, "Dang, okay."
They're like, they are perfect bullseye, and I was like, "Damn straight, they're a perfect fucking bullseye." And so it was fun seeing your new PM, that interview that they did.
Carney?
Yeah, Carney, thank you. I saw Macron on the Coachella, so that he was in my.
You're talking about Trudeau was at Coachella with Katy Perry.
Trudeau was at Coachella.
Macron's France or was France?
Was France? Don't like. Apparently, I'm not. I'm American. I don't know geography. So so like that interview was fun, but it was so fun, like seeing all the photos and like watching this. I was cooking on Friday. I was cooking some dinner and like watching the reentry. And why does it take so long for them to get out of that pod?
My guess was that they couldn't get close because maybe it was still putting off electricity and they were worried someone was going to get shocked or something like that. Like there has to be, because they wouldn't even go close to the thing. I was like, to a certain point, and I'm like, the only thing I can think of is that there's electricity in the water, or the thing is too hot and they're putting off too much heat and they're waiting for it to cool down.
I guess, but man alive, they had to like, re-entering is the most dangerous point of the mission, is coming back into the Earth's atmosphere.
Yeah.
So then, like, you just get through, you can't see anything because they have to put the shades down. So you're coming through reentry on that burn. You have half the time of the reentry point. You don't have comms with NASA.
Yeah.
Or with Houston. You don't have comms with Houston because it's a 6-minute blackout. Then you land in the water, and then you got to sit there for like, I think it was like 45 minutes.
Yeah. And you're just like, get me out of this box. I know it's like on an airplane, and I'm like, get me out of here.
Get me out of here. And I just thought, man, like,
imagine the meditation and stuff that you have to do.
Yes.
Like, in order to center yourself when something like that's happening. Like,
oh my gosh. Well, and then also, like, what a weird feeling to have gravity come back to you, like come back into your body. Of like, this is what gravity is coming back. I don't know. It's just wild. This whole thing's wild.
Yeah,
and great. And then if you're that interested, you can go and look at what NASA is doing for Artemis 3 and like the rest of the Artemis launches, because apparently we're going to build a moon base. So like, that's wild.
Wow,
that's a thing that's happening for real.
I think we're going to see it in the next. I think 2027 they have Artemis 3, 28 they're going to start constructing the moon base.
This is crazy.
Yeah. Like,
Are we
it's
going to
happening.
become a space podcast?
I don't. Yeah, we might. I don't know. Sorry.
Girls on Games Lost in Space.
Sorry, not sorry. I know.
I mean, everybody was nerding out about it, and it was
So
so
cool.
much fun. And like, literally, Mike was like, the reentry's happening. I'm like, we literally sat there and watched it for an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah,
and
so
listened
cool.
to it. And I just like sitting in and watching their like base and whatever in like the home base at NASA and seeing like all the acronyms on like the different things. And I'm like, I wonder what this stands for. I wonder what that stands for. And like, how are they doing this? Like, also so smart.
I know, they're so smart.
So smart. It's wicked. Joelle, what else did you do the weekend?
We had Easter, and so like just honestly, that we slept a lot of sleeping. So
Valid.
much, honestly, so much
Valid.
sleeping. I got the duck. We had duck and mashed potatoes and carrots, and I was like, I have to get the duck in because I don't know how long it's gonna go for.
Yeah.
And then we both fell asleep. Ripley also fell asleep, and we were all napping. And then all of a sudden, the duck was done, and nothing else was done. So like the sides weren't done, like nothing else was done. So I'm like,
just eating duck.
I'm like, I guess we're gonna have duck now and some sides. Like we just fell asleep and we relaxed, and we did take Ripley over to a we're getting her some different types of training, some more sport dog kind of training because she's pretty high drive, and
yeah,
we weighed her and she's 43 pounds.
Already she's growing.
She's a giant. We call her a giant velociraptor. Like,
yes.
She's biting us constantly, and she's huge. We're just like, you are huge.
But she's so cute.
She is. So.
All right, ladies, let's get through some fantasy critic stuff before we talk about what everybody's playing. Podcast League, nothing much has happened. Also, I didn't go back an extra week, so if something happened last week, I'm sorry, but we're not going to do that. Right now in the Podcast League, I am in first, Joelle is in second, Kat is in third. But there's a bunch of games coming. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that are April releases that are coming. So,
start seeing the action.
Hell yeah.
The Community League. All right. Like I said, there might have been something that came out the week we didn't record. I apologize. But we did have one game release last week on the 7th, I believe it was. People of Note. That was on Pat's list. Critic of 81, points of 11. In the bids world, Echoes of Aincrad, I think I'm saying that right. That was won by Pat for the bid of $6. Titanium Court was won by Darth Stridius with a bid of $15. Unannounced next mainline Star Fox game. Of course, everybody is kind of clamoring over that because they kind of half announced that something's or was a leak. I think it was a leak. Something happened while we were off between Nintendo leaks and stuff like that, and then also the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which I was hoping I was going to try and see the weekend, but we ended up not really leaving the house. But I want to go see that soon. But unannounced, next mainline Star Fox game was won by Darth Stridius with a bid of $15. NJK tried to get it, but was outbid. Tried to bid $6 for it. The ranks. Miss Girl to the top. All right. Phoenix is in first. Joelle, you are in second.
Shocked. I that's wrong.
It's not wrong yet.
It's wrong.
Right now, that's where you sit. Pat, then Offshore Meteor, then Jessica Starr, then Catherine, then Darth Stridius, Arya Richter, Margot Plays, myself, NJK, Stainsby Kingsby, Ross Varnier, and Snake Fred. I think everybody has a game released. Phoenix is definitely the one with the most games released already, which is 8. What? 8? Yes, 8 games. Woo. Okay.
Stacked.
He's got one spot left and the counter pick left, and a few games left to go. That's crazy that 8 games are already released. And we will continue to watch that. Video games wise and what we're playing. my Pokepia adventure continues. I've kind of hit the wall now where I've got 10, max 10 on everything, so I'm doing things in here and there. But when I got home, I decided to, because we've had the 1.0 release of Timberborn, which I've played many, many times during its early access, and now it's out in full. So I am way back into that. I think I've probably put in 20 hours over the past weekend. So already, and it's great. I love it. Water physics. Who would have thought that would be something that I'm trying to manage in a video game? Yeah. How about you, Kat? What are you playing?
I didn't get to play much, but I did finish Fishbowl, the game I reviewed last week. All the feels, and I was right. There was like untold story between the grandma, the mom, unresolved feelings. It was a beautifully told story. Highly recommend. Again, not a very expensive game, but a game that has not a hard game, a game that has a lot of heart. And that is easy to play, easy to pick up, and easy to finish in a weekend or two. Definitely, like I see why the people of Wholesome Direct picked up this game. But yeah, it was very, very good and lovely pixel art. The pixel art was gorgeous. Yeah, so now I'm either going back to Miles Morales or I'm either playing the full version of Dos Divas.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, I had reviewed the demo provided to us again by the lovely people of Wholesome. And they were like, hey, here's the full game now. I was like, thank you. So I might dive into the rest of that game. I'll see. But I think I'll go back to Miles Morales first before I forget like all the controls for the fight mechanics.
I feel that. I feel that completely. Yeah. How about you, Joelle?
I didn't get too much like new gaming in. I tried. I tried to pick up something, but I was like, I just was too tired. Arc Raiders did come out with a new update, and I don't know. I got really overwhelmed by it. Now I'm like, I don't know. I'm having a hard time. Kind of. I don't know. They changed. I was having a good time, and then they changed it, and I'm like, thanks a lot.
Now I gotta learn something new.
I liked how it was. I was having a good time.
You're one of those, Joelle.
I was having a good time. I know I am. No, they added, we didn't get the new map yet, but we got like a new arc that are horrible and really mean. And then there's a couple new events, and one of the new events, like you have to loot this, basically this, shuttle that comes out of the sky, and arc are always like around it and kind of like circling it. So you have to find a way to, be stealthy through the arc. And like, it's just really hard because people are jerks, and like, you'll get the loot and then they'll kill you and then take the loot that you got. And it's just like, I just was like, this really is not fun. Like I'm really not having a good time with this. And, so maybe I just need to like play a little bit more to get, a little bit better, like the skill. I'm like, you just gotta have now like a little bit more, advanced skill for the game. And so I could always go back and just like not play any events and just try to deal with the new arc. But I don't know. I was just like, like I said, I liked how it was, and it changed, and now I'm like, man. So we'll see. Maybe I'll get back to it, but I'm really looking forward to, probably the next thing is the Diablo DLC that's coming out in a couple weeks.
Right. All right. This is a video game podcast, so let's play a podcast game about video games. Game on, folks. Today, Game Master is Catherine. She's bringing us Cat Super Steam Reviews, Canadian Game Awards Edition, because we'll be talking about that in the very near future as the next for topic of the show. But until then, Catherine is going to try and stump Joelle and I with Steam reviews.
Yeah.
Take it away, Kat.
Yeah, weird Steam reviews. I only have 2 games today because people were not funny.
Okay. Come on, Canadians and people reviewing Canadian games. Get on it.
Make funny stuff. I'll be honest, because I think a lot of them are indie, like smaller games or indie darlings. So the comments tend to be, I like this, I don't. When you have AAA games, the people are funny. So I have 2 games for you today. And each game has 2 comments in case you don't get it the first time, but I think you will.
Okay.
So our first game, our review is by Siri and literally has the screenshot of Siri from The Witcher 3.
Okay.
And after 4.8 hours on record, her Siri's review is not recommended.
Oh.
The review is Ghost of Tsushima at home, now with more microtransactions.
That's Assassin's Creed Shadows.
It sure is.
Yeah.
What was the other review? But also 4-point-something hours. That's barely scratching the surface of that game.
Assassin's Creed, yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? Our second comment, I was going to edit it, but I'm not now that you figured out the game, was by Stout Jupiter.
Yeah.
And they have 38.1 hours on record.
Okay.
And they
A little
recommend.
better.
Yeah.
Okay.
They said, doesn't feel like a Ubisoft game, which is probably the highest compliment it can receive. However, cutscenes are locked at 30 FPS and have frame timing stutter. Please fix.
Okay. What's the next one?
Okay, our second game. So we have a review by Lowlight. And after 50.1 hours on record, they recommend this game, saying, being in tank is fun. Destroying other tanks is fun. Repairing tank is fun. I like tank.
Okay, Joelle, what game has tanks in it that we would know?
Oh, would it be
That's Canadian developed.
Battlefield?
It is Battlefield 6.
Hey!
They have a substantial team in Montreal.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true.
The second review was by, I think it's pronounced Reggae Ow, and they also recommended the game after 36.4 hours on record. And their review was Spawn, ran 5 meters, get sniped from another dimension, tank exploded behind me. Game's perfect. 10 out of 10.
Game's perfect.
Game's perfect. Get sniped from another
Get
dimension.
sniped.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
If you play a lot of shooters, I think the sniping without seeing the origin is a core memory.
There's a reason why
Trauma.
I hated playing Overwatch sometimes when someone was Widow and would snipe you from God knows where. And I'm like, how did I freaking die?
I know, it's so rude.
Hit.
It's so rude.
And then you see the kill cam, and it's like some widow, or the archer. Fuck, I forgot his name. I'm wearing the hoodie of this character right now, and I forgot his name. I haven't played Overwatch in years, but all the sniper characters, like you'd see the kill cam, and you're like, motherfucker, that's where you are.
Yeah. How?
And my favorite was always in the chat because I was playing heals and I would get sniped. It was always like, healer, where are they? Basically telling you to use the kill cam to snoop.
Yes.
And then that tracer would be like, see ya.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
Yep. All right, ladies. Well, appropriate game today, considering once we take this break, we're going to talk about the 2026 edition of the Canadian Games Awards that had its nominees come out. And we're going to get into that right after this break. And we're back. It's time to talk about the 2026 edition of the Canadian Game Awards, which is going to take place May 21st at Toronto's John W.H. Bassett Theatre at the Metro Toronto Convention Center. This year, it's a little different. So last year, it was in February. I went with Michael, and it was a lot of fun. February 16th. So they've pushed it back by a little bit this year. This is also, it can coincide with the XP Game Summit conference that's happening in the city at around the same time, which I think is a perfect opportunity to have this because you're going to have more people together, that kind of thing. Last year was fun and everything, but also, it was a snowstorm night. It was a wicked bad snowstorm out. But of course, we're Canadian. We go anyway. I don't know if that deterred people from going or whatever. But I think it'll be cooler with being tied in with a conference like this, a game summit. So I'm looking forward to it. It's just around the corner. May 22nd is not that far away.
No.
So announced along with this new change in date includes their hosts this year are actually going to be Canadians Jennifer Hale and Mark Meir, the voices of female and male Commander Shepard, which is really
so
cool.
Amazing.
That is
amazing.
Yeah. I love that. So it's going to be a fun event. They're going to be streaming it on YouTube and Twitch.
Nice.
So if you want to watch it, that's going to be available for anybody who wants to partake that is not going to be locally in Toronto during that time. And tickets are still available. All right, so let's go through the nominees. They were all announced last week. So first of, we'll start with the Best of Awards. Best Art Direction. We've got South of Midnight, 33 Immortals, Eternal Strands, Marvel Cosmic Invasion, and Lost Records Bloom and Rage. Ladies, who do you think is going to win Best Art Direction?
South of Midnight.
I'm going to say 33 Immortals.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm with Kat on South of Midnight. I feel like that's probably got the most distinct. Though Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, we're kind of used to that style already. But yeah, I think the South of Midnight with the like claymation / wood carving / whatever I don't know exactly what you would call that art style.
Stop animation, like
stop motion.
Yeah. Stop claymation.
Yeah.
It's just there's no bad picks in this list. I just figured South of Midnight was the most like stand out or different. Mind you, like I love the style of 33 Immortals and that like that hand-drawn like cell animation style, but I think South of Midnight went just like a little bit over.
It was so good. It was so good.
I just feel like we haven't seen anything quite like that.
Yeah.
The only thing that would be close to it would probably be It Takes Two.
Yeah.
Kind of feels like that.
Yeah.
All right. Best game design. South of Midnight, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Hell is Us, Eternal Strands, and Battlefield 6. I feel like Battlefield 6 took a lot of stuff in other ones, so it might be the one. Oh, no, that was an audio that it took most of them. Best game design. Dang.
It's hard because I haven't played any.
Yeah.
Like I only played South of Midnight in this list. And I don't think South of Midnight wins game design wise. Like a lot of the gameplay is too repetitive.
Yeah. So it could be Battlefield 6. I can also see Assassin's Creed Shadows.
I've heard good things about Eternal Strands.
Yeah.
So this one is up in the air probably.
It's a toss-up.
It's a toss-up because we haven't played enough of these games.
Yeah.
Best score soundtrack. South of Midnight, Lost Records Bloom and Rage, Eternal Strands, Assassin's Creed Shadows, and Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
I'm going to say South of Midnight.
Yeah, I think it's between South of Midnights and Lost Records. But I think
that one.
South of Midnight again. Yeah, sorry. I think South of Midnight again brings like a flavor we haven't fully seen or fully embraced in an entire video game. Like the music is too ingrained in the story, and also the fact that like at one point it's also ingrained in the gameplay. Like how you have like a soul's voice singing that you got to outrun the monster as you're actively running away from a monster. I'm like, thank you, soulful black Southern man. I'm trying my best.
Best narrative. South of Midnight, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, Hell is Us, and Wanderstop. Unfortunate here. Wanderstop, I read during our time off, is that their developer closed.
Yeah, they couldn't secure funding for their next project.
Too bad.
Just really sad,
Yeah, that's on my to-play list.
Yeah, I started it. I didn't get very far because I got sidetracked with something else. This is a toss-up. I don't know.
I don't know much about Lost Records, so but
it's a narrative game, right? Like it's the I think it's probably Lost Record or South of Midnight. I don't think Hell is Us is that narratively driven, and Assassin's Creed is Assassin's Creed. There's a story, but it's like it's all right.
Yeah. Best performance. Erica Luttrell in Battlefield 6. Mamona Tamanda from Assassin's Creed Shadows, Elias Tufexis for Hell Is Us, Peter Shinkoda from Assassin's Creed Shadows, and Olivia Lepore from Bloom & Rage. I mean, wow, it could be
anyone.
any of them.
Those are all great actors.
I
Yeah,
know. I
yeah.
can't tell you that there was one performance that stepped out in front of others. So that one's going to be an interesting one to see kind of what comes to be. Because the main the game awards, which we do at the end of the year, a lot of these kind of seem pretty. We kind of have an idea or can narrow it down.
Yeah.
In that group, I don't know how I would narrow it down.
I probably think some Olivia Lepore from Bloom & Rage is probably a good contender because on a narrative driven games you get way more depth of performance. So
Yeah.
I feel like that could be our top contender.
Yeah.
I always think it's interesting that there is a shooter from Battlefield 6. There's a voice. I think that's pretty
They do.
commendable. At least that they're on the board, just because I can't imagine that's a big. There's a lot of dialogue.
It's a lot of barking, but don't they do a story mode? Single player campaigns?
Yeah, that's true. There is a story mode in Battlefield. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Best audio design. This is the one that I think Battlefield 6 is going to take. I
Battlefield
feel like they took it in the Game Awards.
They
South
did,
of Midnight, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Hell Is Us, Eternal Strands, and Battlefield 6. I think that's Battlefield 6's.
Yeah. Because audio design is not just how good the soundtrack is. It's just how good everything sounds and connects to the gameplay. And Battlefield nailed that immersion.
Mm. Best PC game: Aloft, Foundation, Ambrosia Sky Act 1, Internal Strands, and Battlefield 6.
Never heard of Aloft.
Foundation. Is that the Foundation I play? I didn't know. Game.
Looks like it, yeah.
Be.
It must
Oh
be,
my
yeah.
God, I didn't know they were developed in Canada.
The more you know.
Polymorph Games.
Quebec. They're a Quebec studio.
There you go.
There you go.
Much time playing that game last year.
Think it's gonna win?
I think Battlefield's gonna win.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know what Aloft is.
Yeah, I'm unfamiliar. I wish they had links on this so that I can click.
Oh, it looks like the game where the city builder, but it's your city's floating?
Cozy survival game set in the clouds where you can transform any island into a flying ship and explore the vast skies.
How have you not played this already, Leah?
How have I not played this? I don't know. That is a very good question. I want to click through and learn more. So it came out January 15th, 2025. Astrolabe Interactive Inc. is the developer. Where are you guys from? That's the thing is I want to know this. I want to know where they're from. I've got to, because they don't really say that on Steam.
Yeah.
Let's see. Canadian. Montreal.
Of course.
Nice.
All right. For the other one, I was looking at Ambrosia Sky Act 1. They're in Vancouver. So
cool.
Combo breaker there.
Yeah, definitely. Eternal Strands is developed where?
Quebec City. It's
okay. And Battlefield is Montreal. Man, this was going to be a stacked Quebec list.
But Battlefield, I think Beanox, who's also in Quebec, might have worked on Battlefield. But it's Battlefield is like Call of Duty, right? You launch the game and you see 8 fucking studio logos.
Yeah, I'm always curious too how they decide what's considered a Canadian game when they're doing this. How much development needs to happen in Canada, right?
Because even Shadows, the project, it was led by Ubisoft Quebec, with heavy support from Montreal because the Assassin's Creed brand is housed in Montreal, but also you see other 5 other studios that are from all over the world, right?
Yeah.
So it's I guess they go with most Canadian innovation or Canadian ideation, Canadian creation,
or maybe Canadian lead studio or a certain percentage of it, right?
Battlefield is not led in Montreal, but they had a substantial team at EA Motive to work on it. So I don't know.
Maybe that's it.
It's just the amount of people, or just like how key the contribution of these like studios are, because EA is like Ubisoft. It's co-dev.
Yeah.
It's massive co-devs.
So Battlefield is developed by DICE, Criterion Games, and Motive, and Ripple Effect Studios. So Motive, we know, is Montreal. Criterion is British.
Yeah.
DICE is Swedish. And Ripple Effect Studios is American in Redwood City, California. So yeah, it's definitely a mashup, but maybe significant amount. Well, if I get the moment, maybe if we can find the information somewhere, I might DM Carl Edwin and see if I can find out exactly how it's decided on. How do they consider it? Okay, cool. Best console game: South of Midnight, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Hell Is Us, Marvel Cosmic Invasion, and Battlefield 6.
Did we pick our best PC game, or we just got confused?
Oh, maybe we just got confused. What do we think best PC game is? I'm going to say Battlefield 6, just because I think there's going to be the most people.
I'm also going to say Battlefield 6, yeah.
I'm going to say Foundation, in case they want to, the judges are like, yo, this is like a classic piece. Like, this is a PC game, like point and click type of shit.
Yeah. Can confirm, phenomenal game. Many hours played. How many hours of that game have I played? Oh, well, we'll figure that out later. Okay, best console. I mean, a lot of repetitive. South of Midnight, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Hell Is Us, Marvel Cosmic Invasion, and Battlefield 6. Could go either direction, I think.
I don't know. I'll say Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Yeah, I think it'll go to South of Midnight.
Yeah, South of Midnight. I also think so, too.
Yeah. Best indie game: Ambrosia Sky Act 1, Control Alt Deal, Wander Stop, Fresh Tracks, Marvel Cosmic Invasion. I am actually surprised that they consider that an indie game.
A Marvel Cosmic Invasion?
Yeah.
Well, it's by Tribute Games. It's the people that made the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
So okay.
Yeah, it's a small studio that does the pixel like side scroller beat 'em ups.
So they just got the
license.
They got the go to use the license.
Yeah,
just like
but it's like a team of like fucking 10 people.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, this could go any way too. I have a feeling it might go Wander Stop, because I did see that nominated in other video game indies, like other award shows and stuff. But
yeah,
I'd say Wander Stop as well.
Yeah,
feels like it's their time.
Yeah, best mobile game: Elsewhere, Electric, LHEA and the Word Spirit, Rainbow Six Mobile, and EA Sports FC 26 Mobile. I have no idea.
I have no idea.
Oh, you know what? Just because of my friend Brad, I'm going to say Rainbow Six Mobile. That one's for you.
Let's do it.
Those are for my friends from work. Brad, Gab. That one's for you. Rainbow Six Mobile is winning.
There you go.
Here's another hard one, considering we don't play many AR VR games. Nominees are for best VR AR include Verse VR, Elsewhere Electronic, Fruit Golf, Chrono Strike, and Prison Boss Prohibition. I don't know, because I don't play any virtual reality right now.
I just feel, based on the artwork of Prison Boss Prohibition, I want to say that one, because that looks so funky in the best way possible.
All right, now I gotta look.
Kind of want this to win. It's like chickens.
Oh my god!
In prison that brew, I would say
moonshine.
Alcohol. Moonshine.
Yeah.
Eggnog. Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have to check that one out.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Elsewhere Electric, just because my friend Victoria works at Games by Stitch. I'm going full biased.
I love it. I love it, Kat. Shouting out all the hard workers.
Yes. Best in accessibility, we've got South of Midnight, Squeaker Ross Home Squeak Home, EA FC 26, Wander Stop, and Assassin's Creed Shadows.
What the fuck is Squeak Ross?
Not the only one being like, huh?
It's a puzzle. It's a mouse that plays like Minesweeper?
It looks like no, what's that other Picross?
It's Mouse Picross. Okay, cool story, bro. I don't know. Assassin's Creed Shadows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could go any way, too.
Yeah,
It's
I
cute,
feel
though.
Yeah.
Cute.
Okay, now we're down to esports and creators.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
God.
one might be hard for us, but I will just run through them. Maybe we'll have some thoughts on content creator/show. So let's go through esports player. We've got Brandon Dashi Otel, Troy Canadian Jarlovsky. If his tag name is just Canadian, that's
how
epic.
early are you to every platform to get that?
That's
Yes.
right. Yeah, Canadian.
Russell Twists Van Dulken, Adam Mata Pompuch, and Keith Neff Markovic. Esports coach. I apologize, guys. I don't know if I can pronounce this. Loic?
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 Loich or Loich?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Effie's-
Loic.
yeah.
Loic Sauvageau.
Sauvageau. Oh, that's
Okay.
a hard one.
Sauvageau.
Sauvageau.
Yeah.
And Tunid AEC Tran, Mervin Angelo Dios La Chica,
Yeah.
Sean Brine, and Curtis Owie 2000 Ling. Esports organization, we've got Shopify Rebellion, Toronto Ultra /KOI /Overactive Media, Vancouver Surge, and Raptors GC. Esports event, we've got the Bell Esports Challenge, the Electric Clash 2025, Battle of BC7, Call of Duty Champs, and Raptors GC Tournament. Content creator /show, we've got Victor Lucas, Electric Playground, Nicholas Nick E30 Amioni. Yeah.
Oh, we're so bad.
I know. I'm really bad with pronouncing. Also, too, the type is so small. I'm having a
The
hard
type is
time reading
small,
it.
yeah.
Oh, this is not dyslexic friendly website. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah. Alex Vansili Nguyen, Steph Senjati, and Ashley Roboto. I know 3 of these people on the list. I know who Victor is. We know Vansili and Steph as well. I've met her at many events. This could go any way. What do you think?
I have vague ideas of who these people are.
Mhm.
Best of luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just not in that side of the community. Game of the Year or of the Year awards. This is kind of different because they're doing Game of the Year, but they also have Studio of the Year and Fan Choice. Nominees are not announced yet for Fan Choice of the Year. Studio of the Year, we've got Compulsion Games, Rogue Factor, Tribute Games, Yellow Brick Games, and Digital Extremes.
So for if you want to know, it's South of Midnight, Hell Is Us, the Marvel game, Eternal Strand, and then Digital Extreme is just they do Warframe and Soulframe.
Yeah.
That
So
one's they didn't have the games in the other list.
Yeah, it's weird that they didn't put it there, but Compulsion I could think might win that one.
Yeah, I think so. If South of Midnight does a lot of wins a lot of the other prizes, I think Compulsion Games is also the top contender.
Yeah. And then Game of the Year, we've got South of Midnight, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Hell Is Us, Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, and Wonderstop.
I think it might be AC Shadow.
Yeah. I think probably AC Shadows will take it.
Because all of these games are great, but I think the most well-rounded game of the lot is either South of Midnight or Assassin's Creed Shadows. But I don't think South of Midnight has the pull to beat Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Yeah, I don't know. And it's not like we had a definite one. Last year, Balatro was winning freaking everything.
Right.
Yeah. Borderline became a drinking game for me and Mike every time, and he was cheering louder and louder each time, which was really fun.
Yeah.
So looking at some, who the big nominees were, South of Midnight, as we talked about, is in every category almost. Assassin's Creed Shadow is coming right up behind it. Eternal Strands, Hell Is Us, both coming up a lot. And then, Lost Records, Bloom and Rage seem to be coming up.
I need to play either Hell Is Us or Eternal Strand to figure out how big, how much of a chance these games have.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Like, I know of the games. Of course, I know people who worked on the games a lot.
Right.
And I've seen the trailers, but it's just like, you know, they weren't games that spoke to me to the point that I jumped on them as soon as they came out. Unlike South of Midnight, where they were like, we're going to do Bayou Voodoo shit. And I was like, I need it yesterday.
Yeah.
They had us for South of Midnight when they showed off the first like teaser trailer.
Oh, yeah, it was
for it.
instant. I was like,
we were like, done, sold.
Yeah.
Just tell me when it's out. Don't need to show me anymore.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting year. A reminder, May 21st, going to be streamed on Twitch and YouTube. But if you want to go in person, it is tied to the XP Game Summit Conference that is happening. It is at Toronto's John W. H. Bassett Theatre at the Metro Toronto Convention Center. I'm hoping to go because I think it'll be a fun time. And always nice. What I like about these events is it's nice to see everybody. Yeah, and celebrate Canadian video games.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And makers of such things.
As Battlefield 6.
Well, I think that closes out our episode for this week. As always, check out the show notes at girlsongames.ca for links to all the stories mentioned in this episode. If you have the power to rate and review this podcast where you are consuming it, that'd be much appreciated. Any comments you leave help us build our show, and all the feedback you give us helps push us up in rankings and discovery. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Joelle, for being on the podcast with me this evening. I'd like you to shout out your social media handles so we can follow you anywhere and everywhere online. Catherine, where can people find you?
I am CSDSBINS on Blue Sky and Instagram, but you can always find me shitposting in the Girls on Games Discord. I post the dankest memes I find in other Discords and bring them to the Girls on Games Discord.
Joelle, where can people find you?
People can find me on Instagram at JoelleLauren87 and on Blue Sky at Joelle Lauren, but always hanging out in the Girls on Games Discord. Come and say hi.
And I am Leah. You are on most social media platforms, but of course you want to know everything there is to know about Girls on Games. You can track us down at The Girls on Games on X and Facebook. Just Girls on Games on Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, and TikTok. Discord.me/Girls on Games to continue this conversation and more. But of course, if you ever want to know anything at all, you can track it down at our home base. That's our website, girlsongames.ca. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Joelle. It's been another lovely week in video games, and we will see you next week. All the best. Bye.
Bye.